Welcome back, Elden Ring fans, to another video. And yes, I did upload this video a little bit while ago, but I had messed up the audio and didn't have myself set up correctly, so I'm very sorry for that. But there is some new stuff with this video. So I just finished the Game Awards. I got to watch the whole thing through. I got to listen to an old man speak a lot. That sounds like Kratos. So there's a lot of fun stuff. There was some rando behind Miyazaki while he was walking on to receive his Game of the Year for Elden Ring. You know, that whole team. Congratulations to From Software on that. I do agree that that is an extremely good game and that it does deserve that. I know we do a lot of Soul stuff here, but I also am a huge fan of God of War. So it was very hard for me to choose. I like the narrative and the characters of God of War, but I like the adventure and the gameplay with Elden Ring. So congratulations to them. I'm not the one who gave it to them, but whatever. So just congratulations. And for us fans, we got some exciting new news. You know, we've got all this PvP stuff coming in, but Miyazaki himself, when he was giving the award and he gave his speech, he did say, and he took less than 9 minutes, thanks Kratos, but he took he's just handing out Steam Decks, whatever. But he gave his speech and he decided to use the words of, "We are still working on Elden Ring. We plan on giving more updates and putting forth more effort into the game, and that it will not be over or ending anytime soon." I don't think it will be, and I do believe that they will have more DLC. This game's of course going to get DLC. It's their biggest game they've ever made, and when it comes to the Armored Core game, if you guys didn't see that and you guys aren't excited for that, I'm not a huge mech guy. I don't like, you know, robots as much as I like swords and knights and stuff, but I've never played Armored Core. I did like the older games. I've seen people play them and I've looked at them and they seem difficult, but they also seem fun, and you know, it's a diverse thing. And with Bloodborne, that's how a lot of people kind of felt. They kind of felt like, should I trust this game? Should I give it a try? And what do you know? Bloodborne is one of the biggest games of the From Software series. Of all the Soulsborne games, it's one of the biggest games out there. And I hope that they really achieve what they're going for with Armored Core. I'm going to pick it up day one. It's happening because it looks so good. It looks that gritty kind of Soulsborne-esque, you know, that From Software flair. But I also know that it's something new. They may implement maybe some gameplay tactics from Elden Ring. Maybe they will. Who knows? But just to get this update out there, you know, they have the patch for PvP. If you're feeling discouraged and you have friends who just won't play this game anymore, and they've gotten over the PvP and they don't want to go back to it because, you know, it wasn't what they expected when the game first launched, talk to them. Get them to come back, because this is what Elden Ring is about. This is what the Soul series is about. It's about coming together as a community. You know, that's what gaming is about. And there's a lot of gamers out there who just didn't know this update happened. You know, they just didn't know there were things going on. You know, PvP hasn't been balanced a little bit. I think this is the best balancing they've done so far for Elden Ring, because they fixed Moonveil. Fuck Moonveil. They fixed Moonveil a little bit. You know, it's a good weapon now. It's not like it's just immediately OP, which most people just feel is trash, you know, because it's just infinitely OP. Rivers of Blood doesn't, you know, it no longer staggers you. They took away hyper armor on some weapons and added hyper armor to others. Twin Blades. Don't know what the fuck Miyazaki was thinking. He was like, you know what, before the Game Awards, I'm gonna make Twin Blades twice as fast, and he did. So Twin Blades, nuts. There's a crouch poke mechanic problem. I think it's a glitch. I'm very sure it's a glitch. And I'm not gonna go through how to do that, but that is another problem that is happening. It does involve a rapier, but it is a big issue that I'm hoping that they catch eye with and they are able to fix. I don't know how it was caused, but I'm also not a game developer. I don't know too much of that stuff. But I know from what I've seen that this community and the people, even the people who play quote-unquote scummy, we're all having fun. You know, it's great. It's nice to see the other From Software people and just random new people who are coming into the game. You know, they ask questions, they see a nice build, that, you know, like, I see new weapons, I'm like, cool, that's great, what is this, how do you play with it? You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's crazy, and I'm super excited. So I know you guys are hearing me stutter and stuff like that, but I am so excited for the future of this From Software franchise. I'm super excited for gaming in general, because there were some really good titles announced at the Game Awards, and there were some, of course, mobile games, but there were some just, you know, crazy games that were just announced that people are like, who cares? But there is a place for those games. There are people who will play them. And just like the FromSoft series, I think that they opened up the door by winning a little bit, you know, getting that win. Because Dark Souls 3, a lot of people didn't play it. Originally, that didn't happen. And when it won Game of the Year, that game, as soon as Sekiro and Dark Souls 3, whenever they got their Game of the Year editions and stuff, people opened up the door to, or FromSoft opened up the door to go and let more people play. And that's a good thing, because you're going to see more people, you're going to gain more friends, you're going to have a bigger community, because you don't want to be invading like Dark Souls 3, where you're just invading the same dudes, or you're getting invaded by the same guys, and then you're thinking, oh man, there's tons of people online, but there's really just like 8 people in your area. So that is a big, big factor that I see a lot, but it's not in here. Not here. You know, there's fun. They added the Ash Wars, the using your spirit ashes and summons and stuff. It's chaotic, but it's fun. You know, nobody's getting angry because they're getting their ass beat. Nobody's, you know, you get a second try to come back and beat the person who beat you. You know, whatever you're mad about or whatever you're triggered about, you're able to go back and get a little bit of payback. And that's what I love about it, because this opens up so much for our friends to come in and do 4-player brawls. There's even the ability to do an any-player brawl, which I like. I like that, because that gives you an ability to pull in more people for multiplayer, and it just works. It works so well, and they did such a great job with it. You know, like the balancing. I am a level 150 in this build. This is just my heavy build. You guys can see that on my channel on another video. I call it the ultimate heavy build, so go check that out, because it's good. It slays in here. You can see like people are just like getting hit like a train, and it's crazy. That twin blade is melting people. I will crouch poke people or running spam people, because these dudes are way over leveled, so they can cast, of course, different spells than me, but they're taking as much damage as they should be, which is pretty nice. You know, it feels balanced. You know, not perfect, but balanced. There, of course, is some little small things that they need to fix. I still don't agree entirely with poise, unless it's, you know, they make it work with hyper armor somehow. You know, they get the hyper armor to be like the first category, then you're poised for your armor. So that's for another video. We'll talk about that, and I'll make that here soon. But tell me what you guys think about this, you know, in the comments below. How do you guys feel about the update? How do you feel about From Software winning the Game Awards? Were you disappointed? Was there a game that didn't show up for you? Did you think that Resident Evil 4 was more hype than Zelda that we've been hearing about for forever? And I love Zelda, don't get me wrong. If anybody who watched my channel and you're subscribed, you know I love Zelda. But we've been hearing about that game for forever, and we've barely seen any gameplay. So, you know, that was a big shock for me. You know, Resident Evil 4 wasn't the most hyped game. That's one of the best games of all time. But Zelda's amazing. So, like, of course, it's such a strong, it was so like mind-blowing. I was like, whoa. Like, I knew both of those were the only ones that could win, but when you see one get chosen, it's kind of weird. You know, sometimes you're blown out of the water by it, and other times you're like, yeah, that's true. Like, best narrative, I think, went to God of War, and I know best gaming direction went to Elden Ring. Don't quote me on that, because maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it went to Elden Ring for that, and that makes sense, because it's such an open world and beautiful game, and it accesses to multiple people. God of War, an amazing game with a great story that I've been waiting for a follow-up on. Unfortunately, I don't have PS5, not right now, so I'm not going to be playing it anytime soon, but I will be getting a PS5 just to make sure that I'm able to play it on there. But anyway, how do you guys feel about the update? Are you having fun with your friends? Are you making new friends? That's the cool part, because I'm experiencing something new that I hadn't experienced in a while. I had played Dark Souls 3, like I always say, you know, oh my god, Dark Souls 3, but that was the last From Software Souls game, besides Sekiro, but it was multiplayer with PvP, so I'm going to keep quoting it. But it was one where I made a lot of friends and met a lot of cool people, and it meant something to me in my gaming career and my gaming, you know, experience. I got to actually have fun with people and learn new things from the people that I fought with, and also just make new friends. And it's really, really, really cool. So if you do like this, yeah, I know there's some lag. I know there's some weird fucking lag, but if you guys like this content, please give a like and subscribe. You know, I'm going to make more videos on this stuff, and you guys comment down below so I can get your guys' opinion for stuff. And have a great day, guys.